Oh my God, here we go. Kimberly calculated from the beginning, how do I become famous?
can talk, by the way. I just don't want to because I hate you.
Get tickets now.
Listen to me, Margaret. There are two churches. One follows God, and the other follows something else.
The First Omen is deliciously disturbing.
I need proof.
Of what?
And an unchained cinematic beast.
The girl is to be the mother.
I'm gonna keep you safe.
It's the most terrifying movie of the year.
We've even given it a name. Damien.
The First Omen. Rated R. Only in theaters Friday.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James H. Janice, and today we're looking at Saw X, or Saw 10, released in 2023. Saw X sees the return of John Kramer, aka Jigsaw, even though he died 17 years ago, or 7 movies ago in franchise terms. He appeared in Saws 4 through 8 via flashbacks and cassette tapes he conveniently recorded before his death, but he sat out the Chris Rock-led Spiral, only having a cameo in picture form. Spiral was the first Saw film with a story completely divorced from John Kramer. The first 7 Saws were released literally once a year from 2004 to 2010. They form a beautiful, messy soap opera, with every installment adding to the interwoven web of characters. The 8th film, Jigsaw, released later in 2017, kinda sidestepped the continuity, technically taking place before all the other films, and it introduced a lame-ass, needless character. Will we ever see Logan again? I don't really care! But Saw X is back to basics, y'all, and takes place between Saws 1 and 2, back before John Kramer got his neck slit open with a saw. Though he's clearly older if you do a side-by-side comparison, I will happily pretend he's the same age if it means we get Tobin Bell in a starring role. Bell is 80 now and gives an incredible return performance as John, humanizing him more in a single film than 8 others managed to combine. In my Saw kill counts from 5.5 years ago, yes, time is scary, I often made fun of John Kramer's self-righteousness.
Killing is distasteful.
Murderers say what? But Saw X gives you the most jiggy perspective yet, with Bell exploring the character's inner emotions.
My job is to bring humanity to John Kramer.
Helps too that he's up against an absolutely evil monster. Makes it easier to root for him than when his victim, like, what was it, took antidepressants?
You're the type of person who swallows antidepressants to hide the pain.
Yeah. Saw X was touted as a return to form for the series, and styles itself after the annual installments of the mid to late aughts.
1, 2, 3, and 6 are the ones that are kind of relevant to this story.
They got the perfect guy for the job too. It's directed by Kevin Groy.
Months, at best.
Yep, that sucks. John does the things the dying are supposed to, like attend group sessions, but it doesn't leave him too impressed.
So your advice to me is to die easy?
You'd rather get jiggy with it and teach this hospital custodian a lesson when he sees him robbing a patient. That's a good way to get yourself trapped.
I've had my eyes on you, and I do not like what I see. I'd like to play a game.
Just like that, we're back in Trap Town. For the crime of having sticky fingers, this guy's gotta break all 5 of his in under a minute. If he fails, his eyeballs will get sucked straight out of his skull. And pro tip, you don't want that. Instead of doing them all at once, this guy breaks each finger individually. When he fails, the trap follows his lead, sucking out his eyeballs one by one through them tubes. Looking like little ocular gerbil guys. It's all great fun, of course, but alas, turning this dude's head into a bowling ball is but a daydream. He escapes John's fantasies by second-guessing his ne'er-do-welling.
Good choice.
John visits his nearest Panera Bread to write his last will and testament. There, he runs into Henry Kessler, a guy he knows from his support group. Henry had stage 4 pancreatic cancer, but now it's completely gone thanks to an experimental treatment. He's all good now, and all it cost him was a tummy scar. Henry gives John the name of his miracle doctor and sends him on his merry way. At home, John researches Dr. Finn Peterson using his favorite search engine, Web Search, well renowned for its easy to remember URL. Through trusted sources like Article 3 and Article, he learns that Dr. Peterson's techniques are a bit controversial, just like Henry warned him.
Hell, it isn't approved by anybody.
Dr. Peterson practices out of Norway, which is where Henry said he went to get healed. Lovers of Saw's soap opera elements, like myself, were thrilled to hear this, since it directly ties into Saw 6, the healthcare one, which was also directed by Kevin Groydert. It's one of the best Saws, and in it, John tried to get his insurance to cover this very treatment.
I found a treatment for my cancer that I think holds a lot of promise.